Hi, everyone. Glad to have you with us. Thursday, the 13th day of February, which means, by the way, tomorrow is the 14th day of February, and that means it's Valentine's Day. Just a little loving reminder. Glad to have you with us tonight. Serious incidents, accidents to report tonight, several of which. A fatal traffic accident in Johnson County, in the Paintsville area, early this morning. Last night, two fires, well within less than a half an hour of each other, spread firefighters in two different areas of Sagersville and McGoffin County. One, a tanker truck that had ignited in flames. We'll take you to the scene of both of those, as well as the home, which was destroyed for the most part by fire and more so smoke last night. Those are local stories. We'll touch briefly on the fiery train derailment in Pike County in or near the community of Draffin that also did not result in any injuries, miraculously. With a technical, I started the program off last night patting myself on the back for finally remedying a technical difficulty that I'd been battling for some time that was causing some delays off screen, spending several hours as to which. And then last night, you may have well noticed the program about 8 to 10 minutes late. Well, fixing that one technical difficulty kind of created another that I didn't anticipate. It's done now, and hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. Usually when the show starts a few minutes late, it's just because of some late breaking news or something that's happened that's taken a little extra time. Last night, a technical difficulty as such, but nevertheless one that I have figured out and hopefully we'll see the last of. While we're talking about programming, I do want to make an announcement. It's not finalized as of yet, as we are doing the test run tomorrow and for the next couple of days. And then next week, I'll let you know if these times are going to stand as they are right now. But as of right now, we have planned to re-air Your News Today on Foothills Communications, our partners, showing the program the following morning. You'll be able to see the program at 6 and 11, as you do now, but also at 7 and 9 the following day. That will start in a trial effort tomorrow, and then we'll finalize that and hopefully carry on with that starting next Tuesday, of course, as Monday's program will be seen on Tuesday mornings at 7 and at 9, and so on and so forth. So just a little FYI, I'll keep you up to date and let you know how that progresses in the next couple of days. Viewers have been calling in this week here to Your News Today and the Sagersville Independent on what has been at least 3 or 4 different types of scams. Just going to kind of generalize this statement and reminder that if you receive a phone call from someone representing themselves as a company saying that you have some sort of an outstanding debt that must be paid, it is almost assuredly a scam. Phone numbers such as 1 out of a 469 area code have been involved, and one call coming to a viewer that said that she was notified by someone portraying themselves as being with Publishers Clearinghouse, even though the phone number showed up as a Jamaica area code. With that in mind, keep that in mind. Be on guard at all times, because these types of scams are never going to end. I just do not believe. And sometimes, such as these, appear to start to come out of nowhere all at once and be on the increase. Before we get to our local headlines tonight, which includes a traffic fatality in Paintsville that I'm still trying to find out more about, and those 2 fires that happened almost simultaneously last night, a big, serious rock and mudslide caused a train to run off the tracks into the Big Sandy River early this morning with 2 crewmen on board who were trapped briefly, but were able to crawl safely to approaching safety workers, with neither of the 2 suffering any serious injuries, as the National Transportation Safety Board is set to arrive, if they have not already, in the Pike County area to begin their investigation. The rock and mudslide still slipping into the afternoon, said to be possibly hundreds, maybe even approaching thousands of cubic yards in size. As for the 2 crew members, as I said, they did make their way out on their own accord while flames were still burning on the water. The flames uncertain to be coming from the diesel or ethanol at the time, but allowed to burn themselves out, pending no immediate danger from them, according to authorities. The train went off the tracks and into the Big Sandy around 7 o'clock this morning. The train itself, 96 cars long, all carrying ethanol with the exception of 2 carrying rock. The accident unfortunately happening in an area that had little population or homes nearby. Those that were in the vicinity were evacuated temporarily and allowed to return to their homes, while the Mountain Water District had to close its water intake in the area to make sure that there were no immediate dangers water-wise. That was near the community of Draffin in Pike County. 2 engines went into the Big Sandy River. Also, an unknown number of cars as of airtime. But once again, miraculously, no injuries. No injuries related to 2 fires in Sayersville last night. I'll have that and other reports next.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Find something that might be very neatly a little off the beaten path at Creekside Stitching and Feed, and come in and register for their Sweetheart Dinner for 2 they're giving away on the 13th. And while you're there, check out the genuine leather belts, wallets, and more with silver or gold nameplates, Rock Bottom Soap Company products made from real goat's milk, custom welder's hats, Candleberry candles, custom embroidered hats and shirts and more done on site. All available in gift baskets for Valentine's Day at Creekside Stitching and Feed, 1 mile up Bear Branch off of Route 30.
It's the largest inventory in history of Parkway Gun and Pawn, and that means the biggest discounts ever. They are now price matching and often beating any internet deals out there on Ruger, Sig, Smith & Wesson, Taurus, and other handguns, AR-15s, lever, and bolt-action rifles by Diamondback, Rossi, Winchester, and more. And right now, get new handguns and rifles in stock as low as $139 at Parkway Gun and Pawn in Salyersville, 349 Pawn. Happy Valentine's Week from the Seasonal Shop, where the shop is filled with new arrivals just in time for you to surprise your sweetheart or give yourself a little something special. New Mud Pie home decor, Simply Southern, and the Charlie Page spring lines are just some of what's new. And with Valentine's Day just around the corner, let us help you make the day special for your Valentines and your little sweethearts too. The Seasonal Shop will be delivering Friday to all county schools and in-town businesses and residences. Call 349-3223 to place your order or find out more at the Seasonal Shop. Magoffin County Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration with professional, licensed, and certified commercial and residential service technicians that can maintain and repair all manufacturers with new and old installation and financing available. Serving Magoffin, Morgan, Lawrence, Martin, Johnson, Floyd, and Breathitt counties. Magoffin County Heating, Cooling, and Refrigeration, 349-1058 or 225-6779. I've reached out to the Paintsville Police Department today. No answer, no return call as of yet, but we believe they are the investigative authority and responding authority, as well as Paintsville EMS, to a 3-vehicle crash that happened this morning around 9:30 on Route 40 in Paintsville. Now, specifically in the Taze Branch area of Route 40, which would be the old road, if you will, going to where the old Lowe's was, Palby Hall. It's my understanding that is where the accident happened. All we know at this time is that there was a Ford Crown Victoria, which was eastbound on 40. The driver lost control. The vehicle then went into the other lane and struck another vehicle and then struck a Ford Expedition essentially head on. The driver of the Crown Vic, we believe, was the one who was pronounced dead at the scene. There were at least 3 people also inside the SUV that was involved. No other details at the scene except to say that the driver of the Ford Crown Victoria was pronounced dead at the scene by J.R. Frisbee, Johnson County coroner. The names of the deceased, the names of the other occupants, or any other information we've been unable to ascertain as of right now. Several others we believe were taken to Palby Hall with non-life-threatening injuries. The accident remains under investigation. We may have an update for you before I leave you this evening, certainly by tomorrow. Well, if you have a police radio, a scanner in your home, you heard last night as firefighters scrambled to respond to not one but two structure fires, or two fires, in Sagersville and Magoffin County. Scrambling to respond to two very serious fires that happened in less than 20 minutes of each other last night, beginning right around 8 o'clock. It was actually 19 minutes from the time that the house fire on Burning Fork was called into 911 that a tanker truck used to haul propane was discovered on fire just off or behind, but visible from 114 between red lights number 3 and number 4. The house fire was on Birch Branch, where neighbors called 911 after seeing and possibly even smelling smoke billowing from this house. A fire being investigated as possibly starting from a small electric heater in the living or den space of the home.
We had a structural fire on Birch Branch involving a house belonging to Chase Collinsworth. We made an initial attack and determined that the fire was a space heater that had it shorted out for some reason or other, and it was heavy smoke damage throughout, heat and smoke. The house was really constructed real well. It was sealed tight. It almost had smothered itself out. We used less than 50 gallons of water to extinguish the blaze.
With that being said, Howard says the home did suffer extensive damage throughout, and the couple that lives there lost most of their personal belongings to fire and mostly smoke damage. The Collinsworths, that being, he says, who were not at home at the time.
No one was home at the time of the fire. The owner, one of the owners, was coming from work, and I'm not really sure where his wife was. His wife is 5 months pregnant, due for the first child in June. It completely has to be stripped out completely on the inside and try to get the smoke and the tar out of it.
In that case, the homeowners weren't home, the fire was extinguished relatively quickly, and there was really no significant risk of danger. However, that was not the case, as firemen were on the scene of that call when 19 minutes later, Magoffin County 911 received another call, we believe from a motorist who saw a truck, a semi-tractor with a propane tanker attached, on fire sitting just off Route 114. We understand that the truck's owner or its driver had just parked the vehicle from the day's work about 30 minutes prior to the fire starting. It's believed that the fire ignited somewhere in the engine compartment and then began to spread to the cab. Behind that cab, the sleeper. Behind that sleeper, a 10,000-gallon propane tank. That fire, as you can tell from a significant distance away as I videoed, confined to the tractor only before the flames made any direct contact with the tanker. 30 minutes or so of which could have very likely proved catastrophic.
It has to have direct flame on it to cause it to blevy. It's basically they blevy instead of blow up. The ends blows off of them, and it needs to be direct flame, roughly about 30 minutes of time limit on that. But before that, it'll start boiling the gas inside the tank, and it's got a pop-off valve. It'll start sending a lot of gas out before it levies.
And with that very clear and present danger, Sagersville police and others evacuated all immediate homes and businesses and shut down 114 in both directions until the fire was under control. And in case you're wondering, the tanker was empty of liquid but not fumes, which is potentially just as dangerous.
Yes, it's the same thing. It's because you got more fumes in it than you do the actual liquid. The fumes is what blows and burns more than liquids does.
Another day means another community calendar, and as we often and certainly love to do, it starts off with another birthday, brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau. First, a very special little birthday in numbers. Happy third birthday to Braxton Eric Phipps. Love daddy, love mommy, love family and friends. Birthday wishes tonight going out to a 3-year-old Braxton Eric. Happy birthday. Going on to announcements, there's going to be a registration event for the Magoffin County Special Olympics chapter next Wednesday, the 19th, 5 to 8 that evening at the Sagersville Dairy Queen. It is free for all athletes to participate in Special Olympics, and they need some more athletes. They've got a bunch, but they know there are more out there, and they're looking for you, or you to bring them next Wednesday to register. 5 to 8 at the Sagersville Dairy Queen, and a percent of the proceeds that day at Sagersville DQ will go to support Magoffin Special Olympics. You can call Paul Gumby Montgomery to find out more, 424-6302. I'll get that number on your screen the next time I announce this. My apologies. But they're looking for adults for Special Olympics, 8 to 108 years of age. It does not matter. And they hope that you'll stop by Dairy Queen or give Paul a call to find out more. The Middle Fork Fire Department has got their first annual Rook Tournament coming up Saturday, March the 7th, but registration is open now, $20 per team. They're going to split the pot with the registration fees. They're going to have a supper that evening, $5 per meal with a drink. They'll start playing the tournament at 6. Everyone is welcome to come play, come watch, come eat, or all the above. And you're welcome to our community calendar for your birthdays, anniversaries, and special announcements like you just heard. Anytime you want to tell me so I can tell everyone else about them. Turning to funeral service announcements this evening, 62-year-old Timothy Lee Coleman of Sagersville passed away on the 11th, formerly of Flat Gap. Tim was the son of Ruth Baldridge Coleman and the late Denver Howard Coleman, and besides his mother, he's survived by his wife, Tammy Blair Coleman, and son, Evan Lee. Visitation is tonight and all day tomorrow, and services will begin in his honor Saturday at 2 from the Phelps and Son Funeral Home in Paintsville. It can be one of the hardest parts of being a parent. You can beg them, bribe them, hold them down, and try to force them, and sometimes you still can't get them to take their medicine. Well, problem solved at Parkway Pharmacy with Flavor X. Let your kids customize their medicine with some of the best flavors that really do taste great, and it's totally free with your child's prescription at Parkway Pharmacy. So stop the suffering, theirs and yours, for free, and get your Flavor X flavored medicines at Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville. Need an oil change? Are your brakes shot? Are you ready to turn the wick up on your diesel or lift up and accessorize your 4x4? Or get that dent fixed once and for all? Then call the professionals at Black Smoke Performance for all of your maintenance needs and auto body repair, from insurance collisions to full restoration projects. Black Smoke Performance on May Drive in Dixie of Sagersville, 3498785. Don't drive or let your family drive in this or this before doing this. Stopping at Conley Tire in Staffordsville for brakes, oil, alignment, and of course, tires. Thousands of tires in stock every day to fit anything, with 6 months no interest financing and over 33 years of quality service with a smile. Conley Tire in Staffordsville.
Are you tired of the same old cell phone? Want a brand new phone but really don't want to pay hundreds of dollars up front for it? Then Appalachian Wireless has the deal for you. Get the phone you actually want instead of settling for a cheaper phone with the Appalachian Advantage plan. Instead of paying $400 or more for the best phone, simply pay the taxes up front and a few bucks more on your monthly bill. Stop by your local Appalachian Wireless store or dealer today for more information. It's the better, simpler way to pay, and it's called the Appalachian Advantage. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Hey everybody, come and meet our pet of the week. Meet Cammie, a very playful young girl who just wants to have fun and who would make a great addition to any home. Cammie's about 1.5 years old, great with other dogs, and doesn't mind cats. If you'd like to make Cammie a part of your family, contact the Johnson County Animal Shelter. This adoption announcement proudly sponsored by Dr. Tom Abel of Able Eyes in Lexington and Campbellsville.
At work, we do a lot of live shows with crowds. I used to sit up there and not really know who was looking at me. I was finally tired of contacts and glasses, tired of paying for contacts, and I just decided I need to get these eyes fixed. Able Eyes was great. If someone asked me if they should get LASIK, I would absolutely recommend it. At first, like many people, I'm hesitant, but after going to Able Eyes and they walk me through it, I know that it's a quick and painless process, and I recommend going to Able Eyes. They were the best.
Right now, you can take advantage of their lowest prices of the year at $1,800 per eye.
Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply, the region's largest inventory and lowest prices on feed for pets and livestock. And now they have Bernie, gear so warm you'll think it's summer, shirts and outerwear, overalls and more for gentlemen and ladies. And Tomahawk always has the best prices on pickup and delivery of gravel and rock that's dense grade all the way up to big class 3 and drain pipe 4 inches all the way up to 72 inches. Tomahawk Feed and Farm Supply in Sagersville at red light number 4.
At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. On last night's program, I had highlights from the boys' Morgan, McGoffin County High School basketball matchup. Those got in right about the time, though, it got to letting you know about the 57th District pairings and schedules for not this coming week, but the next. Well, that's when I ran out of airtime because of getting a late start due to a technical difficulty. So once again, here are your 57th District pairings. Still a couple of games to be played that will decide maybe some seeds, but not necessarily, well, not pairings for the tournament, which is this year to be played at the new Martin County High School. As far as the 57th District tournament is concerned, it tips off Monday the 24th, a week from this coming Monday. It will do so with 2 girls' games that Monday. Remember, all games at the new Martin County High School. Game 1, you've got the 4 seed McGoffin County and the 1 seed Martin County. Tip-off set for 6:30 on that Monday night. Game 2 will be at 8:15 between Paintsville and Johnson Central. As far as who's going to be the 2 seed and 3 seed, well, it doesn't really matter. We know they're both going to play in Game 2 as the 2 or 3, whichever one it is. The reason for that being is that Johnson Central right now is 3-2 and Paintsville is 2-3. So depending on how their last game between each other turns out, one will be a 2 seed, one will be a 3 seed, but they're both going to play in Game 2 regardless at 8:15. And that will finish, of course, first round girls matchups. A pairing that is yet to be decided is the first round for the boys Tuesday night on the 25th. The number 4 seed is McGoffin County. McGoffin County will play the number 1 seed, who is yet to be determined. Paintsville and Martin County both right now 4-1 in the 57th District. They play this Friday night, and that will decide the 1 and 2 seed. And the 1 seed will be taking on McGoffin County in round 1 for the boys. That is Tuesday the 25th, not this coming Tuesday, but the next, at 7 o'clock. And, of course, that game between Paintsville and Martin County will also determine the other half of the first round game between Johnson Central and either Paintsville or Martin County. The loser of Paintsville-Martin County will take on the number 3 seed, Johnson Central. That boys' game set for Wednesday the 26th, also at 7 o'clock. So Wednesday 7, Central and the loser of Paintsville and Martin County. Then the girls' championship for the 57th will be Thursday night, 7 o'clock. The boys' championship will be Friday night at 7 o'clock. And a reminder, all games will be played at the new Martin County High School. With that said, I am off to Jenkins. We are playing tonight, the girls and boys, in a double header. I'll have at least some highlights for you on tomorrow's program, and we'll take a look, of course, at high school basketball as the season is winding down. Only days left over the course of tomorrow, Saturday, and next week. We'll have that for you and some other news and information to follow as well. Right now, not quite as serious of a look at your Licking Valley RACC forecast. We fortunately saw on the lighter side of rainfall last night, 2 or 3 minutes of some really serious wind as that cold front rolled through. No serious damage, a few isolated power outages and the like. But nevertheless, we've got cold air, as you very well noticed if you've been out there tonight, or today, which is going to result more than likely in some flurries tonight. Keep in mind that I recorded the show early today at about 4:30 so I could make it to Jenkins reasonably on time, I hope. So local Doppler radar, not really accurate and really not showing anything dramatic as it has been for days. Just a few little spots of precipitation dotting in the area, which will result in a chance of flurries this evening and after midnight as well. That wind has made it rather dismal out there today. We're going to see a low of 22 tonight, and that westerly wind still sticking around 7 to 10 on average, up to 18 miles per hour. I had to be outside for 2 or 3 hours today, and it was a little brutal if you weren't really dressed for it. And it's just going to continue to go downhill temperature and wind-wise for the rest of the evening with a few flurries tonight, a low of 22, like I said, and flurries lingering into your Friday a.m. But, mostly cloudy skies will follow the flurries, then become sunny tomorrow. It's only going to hit 32 degrees, but sunny and calm. I mean, a light northeasterly wind, northwesterly actually, 3 to 5 maybe or so. And clear skies tomorrow night, but it's going to be cold again, back down around 20 degrees, but with a calm wind and clear, dry skies. I can't say clear, dry skies enough at this point. Saturday, temperatures are going to rebound. Clouds are going to be on the increase. We'll see about 46 degrees. Winds as well coming back. Maybe 5 to 10, 15 miles per hour at times. A bit breezy, but still dry. And mostly cloudy Saturday night as well. We'll drop down to 34. Winds still coming out of the southwest, maybe up to 18 miles per hour at times. So a bit breezy and cloudy, but again, a dry Saturday. And Sunday, another dry day. We'll see close to 50 and mostly cloudy. Not a lot of sun to help dry a lot of things out, but no more rain for your Sunday either. 50 and 36 for your high and low. Monday, Washington's birthday, mostly cloudy, 57. A mostly dry day, I think, day across the board for Monday. Now, overnight Monday night, well, that's when our luck runs out. Rain rolls back in. We'll see a low of 47. And then rain likely into your Tuesday, hitting 60 degrees or roundabout by Tuesday, but rain, nevertheless. Sorry, sad to say. Then rain likely Tuesday night, a 50% chance Wednesday with 44 degrees, and pretty much a similar day on your Thursday with a little lesser chance of some rain. It's going to wrap it up for this Thursday. If you haven't picked up today's edition of the Sagersville Independent, go out, get one. It's always worth a read, and there's always news and entertainment and information that you can't even find here on the program. And this week's front page story about how a beautiful baby little boy came into his family's life a little more suddenly than was expected makes for a wonderful and inspirational read. We hope you pick up an edition and hope to see you back here tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.